Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, August 12th, 2023, and we're here with live sewing chat. It's a 2-hour sewing chat that starts 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to wait for people to get notifications so they can come in. I'm going to pull you all up on my phone so I can read said chats. Okay. Let's see. Gotta find it. Okay. Slide those up there for a minute. Okay. All right. So we've got Deborah Quilts here. Hello. Let me pause my video. Hello, T and all fellow quilters. Got Zandra here saying hi, T and all quilters. Linda Walker saying hi, everyone. Betsy saying good evening to Miss T and to all T quilters. Darcy Savali, hello, everyone. Remember to give T her thumbs up when you get here or before you go. Also, hit the thumbs up bell. Also, hit the bell, I'm sorry, and get notifications when she is here. So, thank you, Darcy, for that. Pin that message. Diane McCoy, hi, T and everyone. Sheila Willis, good evening, T and all quilters. Patricia Priest, howdy from Oklahoma City. Melissa LePage, good evening, T and everyone. Maddie Barnum, hello, T and everyone. Francis Jackson, hello, T and all T quilters. Janet Mackerel, hi, T. Talk time, hi, everyone. Bonita Nance, hey, Miss T and everyone. Nikki B, hi, T and all. Brenda Foley, good evening. Lana Dean saying good evening. Miss T and T quilters. When Sprinter saying hello, everyone from Maryland. Dee Branson, hello, T and all quilters. Judy, hello, T and everyone. Kim R, good evening, quilters. Harriet Susan Franklin saying hello, T and every quilter. Peggy O'Connor going hi, T and T quilters. And Jill Lingerfelt saying thumbs up. So thank you, thank you. I was taking a nap after I got home. It's been a long day. I have on one of my old So Busy quilting t-shirts, and we had a meeting today. It was pretty full. It's always a full meeting, but it's also, I like the meetings. You know, we have a small group of people that meet monthly. I love those meetings though. So I didn't get in here early to oil the machine or do any other things I should have been doing. I just took my thread out so I wouldn't get oil on it and through the needle. And just roll it around a couple of times to mix it up. Put this back in. So I'm making the last of my H blocks. I got my set so far up there. I have 8 different blocks that I have made. I need to turn in 7 sets of 9 blocks. So I've been making 10 blocks, and the reason why I have a couple extras up there is because I didn't have enough fabric when I cut to make all the blocks out of one fabric, so I made myself an extra block whenever I switch fabric. So each fabric combination has to be different. Vivian Calvey saying hi T and everyone. Patsy Johnson, hi T and everyone. Oh, Lana says she's been sick, could not visit. So glad you're back. I was wondering where you had been. That's why I kind of paused when I read your name, but I said keep moving, girl. So glad you're feeling better to be here. So Terry saying evening, Miss T. Hey, so Terry, welcome. Sulla McKenzie says hi from West Michigan. Cynthia Shade, hello from Chicago. So technically I have 5 sets of 9 ready to go. I got only 2 sets where I had enough to do all the blocks in all 10 blocks that I'm making from those sets. So that's why I have extra blocks from the other 3 sets. So I have my last 2 sets cut out. One set I do have all 10 in the same fabric. And then another set, I didn't have enough of one scrap, so I ran into another one. So that's what we're doing again, is making these sets of blocks. So technically I'm making 21 blocks, hopefully. I do still have my Wensleydale information here. If you all haven't heard yet, Kevin and I are starting back sewing on Saturdays, and we're going to be working on projects from Quilt Recipes by Jen Kingwell, the author, the same person who made the Boho Hearts quilt. We are going to be using templates. I remember somebody else, I remember from a while back when I ordered these, but then I guess I forgot about it. You can also buy paper piecing. I don't know what those cost. I have to look it up. But we have bought the whole template set. There's 12 quilts in this book. 6 of them needs templates. Kevin and I are not sure how we're gonna go through this book. Just so happened that Wensleydale is the first quilt in the book, so maybe we're just going from front to back. I don't know. We both ended up liking this. It just happened to be in front. It was the one that I picked, and it was the one that was the first one to go. So if you want to get a book from me, let me know. These books do retail at $55. I'm giving it to you for the same price on Amazon, which I think is $44.59. I can't remember. It's in that neighborhood, and then it will include your shipping. If you want templates, let me know, and also paper piecing. I have one person that wants a set of templates and a book, but I need a larger order to put in so that I can order that. The other people that ordered your stuff Wednesday night, your stuff came in today while I was away. So I will be getting your stuff into the mail next week. So just want you to know stuff is coming. You don't have to keep up with Kevin and I. When we're doing this on Saturdays, we won't be sharing a whole lot about the quilts. We're just basically going to be sewing because these are patterns. But if you at least bought your stuff from me and have a question, you can always email me and I'll answer your question privately. I'll just keep a list of the people that got their stuff from me. So if you do have a question, because I do find that Jean Kingwell, with her being an Australian, sometimes she's not as, doesn't give as much instructions as, say, a person who writes patterns for in America. They tend to not write as much in their instructions for some strange reason. But I'm hoping everything works out well. Let's see, who did I leave off with? Maritza's Yarn and Craft saying holla, hello and welcome. I think I don't know if I said her name before, but I'm saying it now. Pearl Medina saying hello, Miss T and fellow quilters from Moreno Valley, California. Janice Miller, hello, Miss T and everyone. Katie Crafts, hi T and all. Hey, hey, and welcome. And then Sandy Edgar saying good evening, all. Lana says she's still working on her boho. And do you know the cost for freezer paper foundations? I don't. Hold on, Bonita. Melody Kiefer saying hello to you and everyone. Mary Wilson, paper piecing, Wensleydale, 60 pages, $20. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go in Amazon and look up their price because I'm trying to do Amazon prices, which means that I'm not making much, but hey, you got your stuff. I think I've already mailed your package, Benita, because you had the book, but I don't know what the retail price of them are, but I see $22.79 and $27.55 for just Wensleydale templates. $27.55. I see another place has $19.09 for paper foundation piecing. I have to see if they include, yeah, that's prime. Oh, when I click on it, it goes to $22.79. So that's what it is, $22.79. Sometimes you click on something, it tells you one price, you click on it, and it's something else. Okay, now it's coming up. We'll see. Whatever I can get it for the cheapest, that's what I'll do. So, if you're interested in getting these, just send me an email and I'll PayPal invoice you. I'm not going to have any extra of these items in stock to put on my website because these are pretty costly. The whole set of templates, I think on Amazon is retailing $105 when they should be selling for $166. So I just wanted to make sure everybody is ready. Next Saturday is third Saturday, so I will be sewing with Kevin then. It doesn't mean that you have to have your stuff and have it cut out and all of that. It's just because I'm just going to be cutting out a few blocks because I'm not ready myself to start. I'm still working on these H blocks, and then I'm also going to be, I'm trying to finish my niece's quilt for her wedding. Her wedding is early next month, so I'm trying to also get that done. So, and my machine is, you know, I've sold that thick polyester. I told you all, the 2 polyester bat, and my machine is a little thrown off right now. I'm trying to get it back into gear. I'm hoping that my timing isn't messed up. I'm hoping it's just tension. So I'm having to babysit it, so I can't run it and go do something else. I'm also working with retreat stuff. If you haven't paid your July payment for the 2024 retreat, and I haven't heard anything from you, I'm just going to go ahead and take you off the list. So I don't want to keep sending you information if you're not interested in attending. So I will be taking you off of that list if you haven't paid on Monday. And then also tomorrow is the deadline for the 2025 interest for 2025's retreat. You had a deposit due of $100 for that. So if you are on the 2025 list and you have not already made other arrangements with me about your payment, like you're paying for 2024's retreat, you can get a waiver not to pay that $100 right now, so you can continue to pay your 2024 retreat, and you can stay on the list. If I haven't heard from you, I'm taking you off the list. Because I don't want to, again, send people information that they don't want, and or be sending out information that doesn't really pertain to you anymore. So I want to just clear the list up. I have quite a few people, it's not many people that haven't sent their information in. One last retreat request is if you are on the 2024 retreat list, you were sent a registration form. I do need to have that form filled out. You don't have to add any extra things. You can always add those later, but I do need the base form filled out, just for in case of emergencies. I know who to contact. Also, the retreat center needs to know what type of food to avoid for you if you have any allergies, things like that. So that's where I've been doing mostly retreat stuff, and I got some payments last night and today, and I have not been at my desktop computer to plug those in. I like to wait until I'm at my computer to deal with that, because I want to send you back on the 2024. I send you back what your balance due is. So that's why you haven't gotten anything from me if you pay within the last 24 hours. Oh, I forgot to go back into YouTube, and it kicked me out. Like, why you do that? It just kicked me all the way out, like starting me over again. That was rude. And thank you, Mary, for the Amazon paper piecing thing. Sue says, at the cabin in Southwest, trying to get connection. So she can't get a connection where she's at. So have fun at retreat, Sue. Craft with Love 55 says, evening tea and all. Listening from work. Time it right for my break. Laughing out loud. That's funny. Welcome, welcome. June Hanson saying hi, T and everyone. Time with Eckery. Hey, T and all T quilters. Hit that thumbs up for Miss T. Yay. Welcome time to the chat. All right. I think I sold through all of those. Should have 10 of this one. Okay. Can't see. Whoops. So I got my little sets of H blocks that I've already made up there. And now I'm just working on the final ones. Last 2 sets. I'm hoping I get them done. I normally get 1 set done in an hour, so I'm hoping I can get 2 sets done in the 2 hours we're here. Gotta pull this thread out. I'm hearing my iron felt like it was steaming or something, so I want to make sure. Like running water steam. It's not, it's just making noise. Thank goodness. Now this fabric has silver or gold specks on the front, so I do need to make sure I pay attention to what's the right side on this blue fabric. So otherwise I have not been paying attention or even caring. So let me know what projects you all are working on tonight. I always like to know what's going on in your world. All right, let me sew one of these so I can get my other one from under here. See somebody's Zelle payment, thank you. Sandy says she's making placemat for Meals on Wheels. Now that is awesome. That would be so neat to have somebody bring you a meal and then have a placemat for you as well. That's cool. Benita's folding batik fabrics. Girl. I'm over here using scraps because I don't want to use my batiks. Making this job take a whole lot longer. But I do get a weird type of satisfaction out of using scraps up first instead of going to yardage all the time. Rosemary, is it Green Away? Says I'm working on a necktie quilt, so that's cool. I have a customer that I made a quilt for her granddaughter, and now she wants me to make a necktie quilt out of her husband's ties. I'm not sure if he's alive or not. I did not ask her that. But I have no desire to like get into that. So I would be more interested in, are you cutting the ties up, or are you just placing them like in a circle pattern? Or are you cutting them, or are you leaving them pieced? It just seems like a nightmare to me. I've seen other quilts, but I'm just not ready to jump in yet. I had wanted one for myself, but they weren't all silk ties. I had some polyester, and some were, you know, silk, rayon, whatever. And then I washed them and they got tangled up so bad. I was so discouraged. I'm like, nope. Deborah says, I'm not working on anything, just elevating and icing her foot. Betsy says, I finished the third column on the boho hearts yesterday. Now I'm working on the borders for the Kansas summer. That's cool. I have to see what that one is. Janice is working on beautiful sister quilt. Yep. And that's nice as well. I like that. Diane says, I'm working on folding and putting up laundry. What I don't like. Celia Swain's here saying, hello everyone. Bonita says, sent you an email about the, okay, foundations. Maddie says, I'm working on an Afghan. Not successful. I think that's what it say. Not being successful or something. I don't know. I got that little heart down there. But that's pretty funny. I haven't done done crocheting in a while now. I know I can know in my head some basic stuff, but I would need a refresher by now. So it's nice to be able to do be multi-talented in different crafts. So that's cool. I'm gonna have to sew one of these so I can get my other one off. So I got to figure out my fabrics for Wensleydale so I can cut a few pieces out. If not, I'll be cutting next Saturday. Whatever I have or don't get done is where I'll be, I guess. I'm also processing orders and making orders for stuff as well. So sometimes it just be a little bit too much. I took my car to the shop on Thursday, thought I heard brakes squeaking. They looked at it and said everything is great under there. It says a long time before you need brakes. So he says sometimes stuff just make noise. It's okay. I'm like, okay. They're the experts. I asked them if it needed to be, I didn't even press the rest of them. I asked them if anything under there needed to be lubed or something. He said they checked everything that they could visibly see and everything's fine. They don't hear anything when they're driving. And it doesn't happen all the time. Of course, it happened today. I heard the noise. I hadn't heard it in a while. But I heard it today. But I don't know. All I can do at this point is drive the car. Dorsey talking about that little heart is annoying. That's why I substituted my pieced heart for some of that stuff. I'm like, no, we're not going to be doing that. I think I may have applied one of those little hearts. And then I was done. I said, no, we're going to make some piece heart. I started making other little small blocks. I'm going to play with that heart. I can applique. I can needle turn. I can reverse needle turn. I can fuse. But I didn't want fusibles in my quilt. So I was trying not to do anything that required fusible. So yeah, those little, you got a 2-inch square with about a 1 1/4 inch heart or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty tiny. All right, pull this over, pull some of these up. And like I said, on this fabric, I do have, let me show it to you. It's a batik with stars. It has like little glitter. So and then on the back side, it does not have the glitter. So you could technically use either side. But, you know, if they put it there and I paid for it, I may as well use it. So I'm letting it show today. I started a Christmas quilt. Wonder which Christmas it will be finished. 2023, 2024, 2025. That's from time. Rosemary says, I am doing 3 for a client. Oh my goodness. She said I could have poured all 90 ties using strip block pattern for the current one. Okay. See, I guess if I was cutting them apart, I was trying to take them apart how they said, and you know, it didn't go quite so easy for me. I had washed them, so I don't know if the thread got, you know, I had already washed them before taking them apart. So that's good to know. The only reason I washed them, because in my head, I'm like, you know, they've been using these, and most men don't wash ties or send them to the dry cleaner. So I was thinking they got all this stuff in it. I want to clean it. But, yeah, your threads and all of that stuff get tangled up in the fabric at that point. That little heart is annoying. That's Darcy. Yep, it came back. I was so glad it was gone for a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. It was gone. I was like, yes. Yes. But it's back. Janet says she's making strawberry blocks, working on Wendy Shepherd's Just Add Shortcake. Now that sounds pretty. Maddie Barnum T, I am trying to cut fabric like you without using the lines on the mat. Yeah, if it's small pieces, I always use my ruler lines. I don't use the mat lines. I only use the mat lines when I don't have a ruler big enough to cut it. Sue says, hi, this is Sue's husband. Hi, Sue's husband. My brother says hi, sis, and everyone. Kevin the quilter is here saying, hey, Miss T and all T quilters. Sue says, finally got connected. We are at the cabin in Southwest Missouri. Hello, T and T quilters. So, yes, it's working. It's nice to go on vacations, but then when you need to connect back up, you do want to have a capability of doing that. Let me cut the first one of these off. Melissa telling time, love those realistic expectations. Lana says she just finished. Where did it go? It moved. I just finished a quilt from my sister. She pieced last year, so that's cool. Anybody know who Lisa, L-E-S-S-A, Weiss is? W-E-I-S-S. I think that's how it's spelled. Oops. It was going kind of fast. I guess it got mad when I pulled around to cut the other pieces off. It did not like that. Sewing on a piece border for king size crown quilt. I don't know. I can't see because of the heart. I have to wait, Patricia. See what you're saying. Little heart is just too annoying. Alright, so we got one side down, working on the other side. Oh, for kings and crown quilt. Kings and crown. Okay. I made the African queen. I need to do the African king quilt at some point. I haven't done that one yet. I do want to. Let's cut this. Get my pieces ready. Press them up. Oh, she says, my son just left a little bit ago. I guess there is going to be a meteor shower tonight somewhere between 11 and 4. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of the loop. Francis says we lost video. Everything looks fine on my end up there that's recording. I don't think we're having rain tonight. I think it's tomorrow that we're slated for rain. So hopefully everything works out tonight. Thanks, Sandy. She's saying she has video. Appreciate that. Alana talking about you can't remove the heart. She wonder why they make it so big. I just sewed this piece on the wrong side, so I gotta rip it out. As you sew, so shall you rip. That's for sure. Going up over the seam is a little pain. Okay. Close this back up because we don't want to use that anymore. Alright, get all these little threads off of here. And sew this to the correct side. I didn't even know I'd done it, okay? That's what happens when you're sewing chat and reading chats. You make mistakes. Okay. Right sides together. I hope none of the center parts are messed up. Be kind of hard to fix. Okay. I'm going to piece one of these that I already, because I need to get that one off now. Okay. Okay, so these are ready. Put those up there temporarily. Working on binding for her brother's labyrinth quilt. That's what Sue is working on. Darcy says, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't. Thank you for the reminder. M Quilt says, holla. I don't know if that's short for embroidery. Cute name. Welcome to the chat. Ugh, I did it again. Oh, goodness gracious. I have to make sure when I go over these seams that I'm not cutting into the fabric. Okay, try this again. Goodness gracious. I do not like ripping. It is not the fun experience of quilting that I would like. Alright, still got just a few pieces on here. Check the front and back. Alright, try this again. We're going to turn all of our pieces right face up. Right side up. Yep, embroidery quilt. Thank you. She says, I have 3 granddaughters, 3 and under. I love seeing the glow on your face when you're with your grandchild. Yes, honey, she is something else. We went to, that's the other thing I did. Yesterday we went to Taste of St. Louis yesterday, and she was with us. That little girl knows she can stay up if something is going on, okay? Way past her bedtime. She up like she grown. Let's press these. So now we're ready to finish, and we'll be almost finished with our first set of 10 blocks. Okay, I've lost my chat. Saying retry. But the funny thing is, I lost my chat, but the heart's still there, okay? Kevin says, girl, I ripped all afternoon on the quilt I sent a picture to you of. Okay. It's really pretty. All right, I'm almost finished with a task. Well, I got one more set. I will be finished with a task. Just made this job so much harder by using scraps. Having to, you know, press more than one piece of fabric to make the H out of my blocks. So nothing I can do about that if I'm not willing to go to my stash and pull some fabric out, right? Almost ready with these. I do have a piece I need to piece on the other set. So I ran out of fabric, and I cut 2 pieces of the same fabric to sew together, so I need to do that. I'll do that while I'm getting ready to sew the next set. Let's get that out the way. Whoa, did you start? Sometimes when you're chain piecing it, the chain gets too long and it dips down. Okay, now we can press these. Guess who Nancy says, hi y'all. Helena Marie Carter says, hi T and all quilters, working on Brightly quilt. Yes, I got the top done to that, but I haven't done the final press. Out of sight, out of mind. It's been sitting in this room. I had to look over there to see if it was still there. But I do plan to quilt it next, because I want to get that done. But my niece, her wedding coming up, I want to make sure I got it done first. So just folding these over so I don't have to worry about any pleating forming. And then I will press with the heated iron so everything is nice and flat. Okay. Shaquita Pearson says, hi T and everyone. I am working on a baby quilt using Moda Love Charm quilt pattern using larger blocks though. So that's cool. I have to see what that one is. And this says this pattern is similar to Carpenter Star Quilt. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. I've done one of those. Everybody has different name for the same pattern, so Margaret Hassler is here saying hi, T and everyone. Hi, Margaret. Welcome to the chat. Sandy says, oh Lord, where is my Brightly quilt? Girl, don't you start. She come contacting me talking about she had lost pieces and I don't know what. I'm like, and I didn't have any more of that fabric that I had used either. At the time, I had to go get, I had green, but I didn't have the other Kona colors, and I didn't have that burgundy. I had to go buy the burgundy from my niece quilt. So, and I had bought so many burgundies, and it was ended up being the wrong burgundy. So that's when I said, girl, you need to get you a Kona card. So, ended up getting that so I could get the right burgundy. All right, so one of these little pretty H block goes to me, and then the other ones are in my set. And I recount them to make sure I have 9. And it goes up here. All right. So now we are working on set number 2, which I got to make 11 blocks because I got 2 different fabrics. More work for myself. Is your purple thing like a wooden iron? Yes, it is. It's exactly that. It's just that they were handmade by someone here in Missouri. I do sell them on my website if you're interested or want to upgrade, but it's just like that. It's just pretty. Diane 57 is here saying hi, T and all T quilters. I feel like either my hair or I feel like little threads are on my face. So I keep touching my face. It's like side of my cheek. I'm almost thinking it must be some hair. Because I didn't redo my ponytail when I came in here. It's like whatever I have is what I have. So I must have some stray strands. Sharon Lewis says, hi T and Quilters T. You are making good progress on your H blocks. Very pretty. Thank you. This working on my last set now. I just did the blue ones that I don't have up there. So I'll have 9, 10 different blocks. So I needed 7 different sets and I got 10 because I had, I guess, 3 extras. I got 6 sets over here. And this is the last set. No, I'll have 11 because I'm going to have 2 out of this set. I have 1 of each fabric. Because I'm still, you know, using, I have like fat quarters, and you know how you cut a square or something out of a fat quarter? And so if I had that fat quarter, it would be just enough to do what I need to do. But no, I've got a piece cut out of it, and so then I have to go adding more fabric sometimes. So that's why I don't have enough. You almost need like, instead of a quarter of a yard, you need like a usable 10 inches is what I really need. So thank you, Sharon. Sandy says, yes, I bought more fabric. It wasn't the same color, but I didn't care. Yes, I do need to buy the grunge color card. Yeah, I got the grunge color card now. I got the Kona Cotton color card. And I wonder if Fossil Fern has a color card. I have it too. I don't think they have one though. Remo is in here saying, good evening, Miss T and Quilters. Thumbs up. Show your love and support. Hey, girl, where you been? She's got a busy life. Kevin talking about, speaking of retreat, that Lily Mae will be bringing me a payment for retreat. I can get your payment whenever, when we meet. Lily Mae don't need to be bringing me nothing, because Lily Mae gonna want a snack or a treat. I think she knows it as treat. You don't even have to say anything. She'll look at you to give her a treat. Okay. Oops. I almost dropped them all. Move them over there before I drop the whole stack. And this is that piece. I'm going to press it towards the bigger piece. This was that one little side I had to, you know, make some fabric because I ran out. Press that so it's nice and flat. Diane says my hair is very fine and I hate when little strands get loose and tickle my face. Yep. It's like, oh my goodness, I feel like I got bugs or like flies or something flying around my face. So your instinct is to go after it. So we're gonna put this other side on here. These two fabrics I don't have to worry about right and wrong side. I'm glad I got the harder set out the way first. I think I had to rip 3 times. Can't remember now. It was at least 2 for sure. Okay. We can get these thrown back through. I like piece reduction. That's when you sew on pieces and the number of loose pieces you have disappears. I love that. Charlotte Villa says, which Bernina are you sewing on? I'm sewing on the 770 Quilters Edition. Okay. Did I take everything off of here? Yep. All right, next set over here. 1. Do you have a Bernina, Charlotte? Claudette Bettis is here saying hello to you and everyone. Hey, Claudette. Hey, is Shaquita still here? Are you going to a retreat in 2024? Diane says, can I bring Amber and Andre? I don't know if she's talking to me or somebody else. Is that your dogs? She says, yes, but much older. I have the Artista 180. Yeah, I do have the 8th or 860 record, old Bernina. I do like it. I had bought it thinking it was going to be my travel machine, but that joker is just as heavy as this one. So I was like, nope. I do have extra machines that I let people borrow for retreats and stuff, so it'll just be one of my retreat machines. But no, I don't know why I pressed that. I didn't press the other one until I got all 3 pieces, but I did. Keep it moving. Darcy's saying there's only 66 thumbs up. Go out and hit the thumbs up button for me, please. Really would appreciate it. New people coming in, tell me what you're working on. I've already gotten responses from those that were in here at the start. Vicky Bourne saying hello, everyone. Vivian talking about, hi everyone, I'm still here. Yeah, it's almost 10 for her. She normally in the bed by 9. Alright, so I'm going to have to press one of these. Okay, I'm going to put you down there, but I just want to get this last one off the machine here. Right there. M Quilt says, where is the thumbs up? You have to minimize your viewing window, and then it'll be underneath your viewing window, and then you can maximize it back. If you're on a television, you can thumbs up with your remote as well. Nikki B says she's already in bed. Nikki, you're in my time zone. It's not 10 for you yet. Diane says she's number 63. I don't know if 63 thumbs up, I guess. Oh, she's talking about she's bringing, I don't know about dogs at retreat, Diane, because everybody is not dog friendly. And you never know if somebody is going to be allergic to them. So I don't know about that. I don't know about 2 dogs at retreat for 5 days. That's a long time. I've never had that experience. And I don't want to ruin somebody else's retreat experience. Alright. So, I think these are all the same. And these are all the same. So let's start with these. Oh, okay. Just making sure, because I I sent out an email. I just want to make sure you were still coming. Okay. That's to Shaquita. Thank you, ma'am. Haha, I found it and then couldn't find the chat again. That was him, Quill. Technology can be a pain sometimes. Oh my goodness. I try to get a chuckle out of the things I can't control. Like ripping. It's not fun. But you got to do it. Let's see. I think this is my last one of this particular fabric set. Just want to make sure my iron don't go off. T, did you get an envelope for me today? Nope. They will tell you that something's going to be there overnight or in 2 days. They're just a lie. My husband checked the mailboxes today and nothing was there. Vivian says, T, I made a mistake on the email. Well, oh, she sent me an email saying we'll talk later. Charlotte is asking, where's the retreat and when? There's 2 retreats that I have scheduled right now. In 2024, I only have an opening for somebody that's willing to do a double with possibly a stranger, because you're not going to probably know who they are. It's a double room for 2024. Both retreats are the last week of June. 2024 starts Tuesday night through Sunday. You go home on Sunday. You arrive on Tuesday. And then 2024 retreat the same. 2025 retreats the same weekend. I don't have the details on that yet. I'm waiting on the place to give me the prices. I know we're going to have it. I just need to know what the prices are. They don't have a board meeting until September. But I've been having people do $100 head count deposit. So when they get their information to me, I only have so many days to give them a deposit. So it helps with part of my deposit. I have to pay 25% down for the total cost of retreat. So it helps. It doesn't pay it all, but it helps pay some of it. So it's not all my money going out the door. So that's what's going on with the retreats. Both of them the last week of June. I only have, again, a double opening in 2024, meaning you're going to share a room with somebody. And then in 2025, I probably have, it depends on, I got about maybe 5 or 6 people that haven't responded. But I have an overflow list too. So I'm just going to say maybe I got about 6 slots left for 2025. Maybe. They fill up fast. And right now, I was only doing a retreat every other year. So now I'm doing one every year. And right now, I'm busy enough that I don't think I'm going to be doing 2 a year yet. I'm not saying ever, but right now, no. Both of them filled up fast. So I only can seat 32 at the 2025 retreat. And no, 2024 retreat. I can only put 32 people max in the room. 2025 retreat. See, 12. And 12 is 24. I can go up to 48 at that one if I wanted to. I got this other piece I need to put on here. Okay, Shaquita, I see you, girl. Thank you. Let me put one of these on so I can get all of these blocks off the machine. And we're going to have plenty of extra time to chat. Whoa, what was that? Oh, I knocked my whole book and templates down. It just vibrated off the table. It was just an accident waiting to happen. All right, let's press these. That up here. Okay. I do like to press long, especially long seams with my wood press first, just to make sure everything's laying nice and flat. Charlotte saying, I've never been to a retreat where there are a lot of dogs. I haven't had that experience either. Mary says, hi, Quilty friends. Wow, Leonard Skinner is getting old. What is she talking about? Diane says, I am sad I have to take my Rose to the machine doctor. Oh my goodness. Hope it's not serious. What state? It's in Missouri. It's in a subdivision of St. Louis County. I think it's Frontenac or Ladue. I can't remember which one. We call everything St. Louis here, but people think when they say St. Louis, they're not talking about, you know, St. Louis, St. Louis. They just, we call everything St. Louis. It's really in St. Louis County, which is the county. But we call everything St. Louis here. Okay, just to hold those. Wait a minute. I didn't keep one for myself. I gotta keep one for myself. Alright, so just a plain teal, sea green type color. It's more sea green than teal. Something. It's something. Put it up there. It's done. That's it. So now we have the last set here. Get this fabric here. And go to work. Yay, yay, and more yay. Sue Allen says hi T and everyone. Memories of a Long Arm Quilter says hey T and everyone. Darcy says any people just coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. Okay, too far for me. I'm in Alabama. What's so funny is, girl, we had one lady from Alabama drive so she could bring all her own stuff. But we have people from all over the USA, all the way from California, so don't say it's too far. Some people fly and they'll bring, some of them like rent a machine, some of them will bring a little small machine for going to class with, a little cheaper machine that's lightweight, and they use it as their carry-on. So don't say it's too far, girl. We got North Carolina. What other states? Tennessee, DC, Maryland, Georgia. Trying to remember if we had Arkansas. I can't remember. A lot from Missouri, but some of them are like not all St. Louis area. Some of them are coming from, I do have a lot here because my friends come. Maybe more than 5 and 6. Kevin's not really in St. Louis, so he's coming from another part of Missouri. 2, 3 people come from different parts of Missouri, and then I might have about 5 or 6 that are local here to Missouri. So to St. Louis, not Missouri, local here to St. Louis. But yeah. So don't say it's too far, girl. We got some other states, I just can't think of them right now, too. And then in the 2025 retreat, we're going to have a whole lot of different states because we got different new people coming to that one. A lot more new people since we can take more people. All right. Make sure I got all of those. You just have to figure out how to make it work, girl. Charlotte says pretty blocks. Thank you. Remo says liking the blocks. Thank you. Margaret says it's pouring and thundering like mad here in New York. Oh my goodness. In 2025, I got somebody from Trinidad coming, okay? Trinidad and Tobago. So that's going to be fun. Whole nother country is coming. So you just have to make plans when stuff is not like close to you. If you're wanting to do something, you have to make plans. And it might take you a few years to figure all of that out, and then you can join one of the ones in the future. So never write it out. Never count it done. I have some ladies where their husband's going to drive them here, and then they're going to go to ball games and then go hang out in Chicago or something. I don't know what they're doing, but you know, people figure it out. That's all I'm saying. Oops, I don't want this up here. It's too big. I pressed all of these fabrics and don't remember seeing any threads, and as I'm sewing on them, I'm seeing all kinds of different colors of threads, like strings that I didn't even cut. Like, where is this stuff coming from? I don't know if it was on the underside of the fabrics, because it's not on my ironing system, on my ironing board. No, never too far for the quilters, huh, Gary? You know we'll go where the stuff is. I do that with shopping. It's like, it's not too far if I want it. It just depends on how much time I got. And Vivian says, I'm driving from Georgia. Yep. It's a one-day drive from Alabama for me and Georgia, because I had my grandmother lived in Alabama, so I used to drive to Alabama all the time, and I have a friend in Georgia. Now I did do a two-night drive when I went to Orlando, but when I came home, I drove all of them 16 hours straight to get rid of them children in my car. I was like, I was supposed to stop in Georgia. I was like, no, I'm driving. I'm going home. They are out of here. And when I got home, I dropped my daughter off at probably my mother's house. Got rid of her. And then I had my stepdaughter, dropped her off at home. We got rid of folk, okay? Okay, I just wanted to get that off so I could run it through, because I had two more pieces. This one's really pretty. I like the one with the gold specks too, but this one's really pretty. I just like, this is my color palette. Nice rich colors. I'm working on optional blocks for my quilt guild for next year. So I got to start making patterns. That's what I got to do tomorrow. I got all the patterns designed in EQ. I just got to make written instructions for them. That's the hard part. Because I don't need instructions to do stuff, but, you know, I have to do that for other people. And I'm done, so I can cut this thread, because I can't leave my thread here like I did on my other machines, because it doesn't work anyway. I can cut that off. Now we can press these blocks. Trying to get them all on the board. Pressing 3 at a time. Oh, Sue says Pennsylvania. That's right. Came on the train, Charlotte. Call Amtrak, baby. Oh, she's got chickens, Stephanie. And Darcy says she's coming in 2025 from Minnesota. Yeah, because I couldn't remember. I can't remember all of those states, but it's a, you know, we figure it out. That's all I can say, is we will figure out what we want to do. Minnesota. I have never been to Minnesota. I don't do a lot on the west, especially in the north. I haven't done a lot. I need to visit that part of the USA. If I go west, I'm going south. I've been to Louisiana and Texas. And I'm trying to think, what else have I been to on the west? Not much. I want to, but I just haven't done it yet. The problem with it is that I'm on one side of the state of Missouri, and I got to drive all the way through to the other end in order to even get started going west. That's 4.5 to 5 hours just to get out of the state of Missouri. That's what's discouraging when I'm going west. Is there a Shirley in here? Oh, must be around 2. It must be Shirley. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't remember Shirley. Kevin. That's an expensive area, T. Frontenac is posh. Love the colors of your blocks. Thank you. That's where the 2024 retreat is. We had 2022 retreat there as well. 2025, we're going to be in average neighborhoods. An average subdivision. You're right. That side of town is posh. Joe Carmel Perkins is here saying, hey, Miss T and all T quilters. Thinking of that. Thank you, Joe Carmel, for popping in here, because I forgot I got some retreat donations forwarded via Joe Carmel. Previously, I had some sent in from Jason Lewis, and I also had some sent in from Sue GSD. So 3 people. Oh, and Kevin the quilter has also donated some door prizes for retreat. So I've got 4 people already have sent some stuff for retreat 2024 for door prizes, so I appreciate that. I was going to be showing them, but I didn't want to show all the stuff, and so it's like, you know what, I'll just hold on to it. Sue and Jason sent in whatever they didn't want from their Missouri Star Christmas box last year, along with some other stuff. And Joe Carmel, she does box openings from Fat Quarter Shop and some other place, and she had whatever she didn't want and didn't give away to her subscribers, she donated to the Teaquilts retreat. So thank you, Kevin, Joe Carmel, Jason, and Sue for donating to the Teaquilts 2024 retreat. So I appreciate that. Vivian, Charlotte has a question for you. I don't post stuff when people are talking to another subscriber for the most part, but she's wanting to know what part of Georgia, if you're willing to share that. If not, you don't have to share that in a chat because it is a public venue. Bonita says, have car or plane, will travel. Exactly, girl. Time to go. Here's the other block. Isn't that just beautiful? I like this one too with the blue sparkle fabric. So I don't know if it's not showing up very well with this particular light and angle, but you can see it there. But it's got like gold sparks over the stars. And then this is the other one. So all of my blocks today were in the blue family. So those are my 3 that'll go up on the board up here. I'm officially done making blocks, so I feel great about that. Next thing I got to do is finish quilting my niece's quilt and get binding on it. I'm going to do the binding on the long arm and then sew it down in here on this machine. So I might be doing that next Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. And then I also need to load my cousin's quilt. I don't even have a back for that yet. I have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. So I'm working on it. Diane saying I have to give time to drive me, but he has to stay with me. Sharon says, I drove from Washington, D.C. It took me 15 hours with rest stops. Quilter can make a way to travel to quilt. Yep. And like I said, last year I had done a retreat in 2018, but it was a small group. And then 2022, we were supposed to do it in 2020, but that got canceled due to COVID. And so then we moved that 2020 to 2022. So that was the first time that I had met that many tea quilters from other states at the retreat, and it was a lot of fun. It was great for people you've been talking to in chat, that you finally get to see them in person. So it was really cool. Bonita says, Duluth Trading is in Minnesota. The highlight of my day when I was assigned to Duluth, Minnesota for an audit. So that's cool. It's 8 to 9 hours just to leave Texas. Girl, you got that right. That's a big state, girl. Delia Short says, hi T and everyone. Welcome to the chat. Bonita says, thank you in advance for all of your retreat gifts. Girl, I'm trying to get everything. She's talking to the people that donated. She said, thank you in advance. Right. Nikki says, I can donate a box from Cotton Cuts. Okay, that'd be cool. My mailing address is always in the bottom of my video descriptions. I always put a P.O. box down there. Long as you're sending the United States Postal Service. Joe Cormel says, welcome. Can't wait. Teaquilts Retreat 2024. Yeah, she's dancing already. And we did line dancing too. I taught line dancing class at night. It was for the people that stayed up late, sort of, kind of, because we didn't start till like maybe 9:30 or 10 because we might have been doing a sewing project or, you know, having some other type of program thing. And so we didn't really start until like 9:30, did about a half hour of line dance instructions. And then on Saturday night, we performed what we learned. And it was all on, we're not perfect. We're here doing exercise. That's what line dancing is for me. It's just exercise. Nobody is trying to make sure everybody's stepping at the same time or all of that type of stuff. It's about having fun. So, and I think we were successful. We had a great time learning line dancing last time. I have requests. People want to learn how to do the Tamiya slide, which is so funny to us line dancers because that dance has to be almost 15, 20 years old. But I will teach the Tamiya slide at line dancing this year. June says, T, did you say they were all 2.5 inch? Yes. And just think of a 9-patch block. When you make a 9-patch block, everything is 2 inches finished. And then you end up with a 6-inch block if you're making a 9-patch. And so when you're cutting for your side pieces, just remember that you're adding on for that. I'll give you the cut sizes real quick. 2 background squares, 2.5-inch square. 1 center square from your H print is 2.5-inch square. 2 rectangles from your H print, 2 1/2 by 6 1/2. So very simple. If you wanted these blocks 9 inches, you just do everything by multiplying 3 times 3, which is 9.5 when you get through adding back in your seam allowance. So very simple blocks to make. I have fun making them. I'm glad they're done, and now they're off my list for the entire 7 months. So we go October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So April, we'll be getting back all of our blocks to put into a quilt top. Let's see. Turned out nice. Thank you, Diane. I think she's talking to me. Diane McCoy says, good night, T and friends. Have a great week. I will be in Thursday night. So good night, Diane. Thank you so much for coming. I'm not going to sew anything else. I got to reach over this desk and get my book and template that I just failed. That'll be my yoga for today. Good night, T Quilters. It was nice. That was from Lana. Good night to you as well. Hey, Brenda Perkins saying hello to everybody. Sue didn't give us a countdown today. She says it's 318 days until the best retreat ever. Sue was trying to get connected and then forgot. Thank you, Sue. June says, good night all. Not feeling well. Hope you feel better soon, June. Night, night, everyone from Embroidered Quilt. And people are telling June to feel better. And sounds fun. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Sue Ann Ballard says, hi, T from Idaho. Hi, Sue. Delia says night everyone as well. So good night. I have some states that I want to go to. I've been to maybe where I've stayed like overnight in about 25 states. I've driven through some states, but I have it's a lot of states on the west coast, west side of the state that I haven't been to that are my goals to go spend that night. I have to stay overnight for me to count it. I can't just be passing through at an airport or something like that. So, yep, I got some traveling to do. The sad thing is, I'm thinking when both my husband and I retire that we would do a lot of this. My husband could, he will go places, but like since COVID, it's almost like he still has COVID paranoia. He doesn't like to go out as much. And so I'm not doing a whole lot of the type of traveling I would have thought I would have been doing with both of us being retired. So, hey, Connie says, hey, I might be late, but I made it. Yes, welcome, welcome. I don't know what else to do. I didn't cut anything out. I haven't even laid out my, remember those chisel blocks with the gray background? It's over here. Hey, I can grab one real quick. I still got the last blocks I made. I never even pressed the final seams. But I haven't laid these blocks out to see if I need to worry about placement. Remember, I only tried to cut only 2 of these out of each fabric. And then if I made the mistake and used the fabric twice, that means I would only have 4. So I haven't laid these out just to verify that. And I've got these blocks here need to be pressed. I got a whole stack of those blocks over there. This is optional block. We don't want to mess with that yet. And trying to see if I had something else up here. I have nothing else to sew. My books are about to fall off of here. Let me take them down before they fall. Because I'm messing with stuff. Okay, so this is an extra block from doing the class. That's what that is. I'm trying to see what's up here. I don't have anything to sew. Mountaintop. My slider is broken up here apparently because it's not sliding like it should. We don't want that one. Yep, the slider is, no, they're there. I don't know, maybe it just didn't catch. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's in here. I'll show you some of my mountaintop blocks. This is the one where I cut random pieces of scrap muslin. When I used to use muslin a lot for quilt backings like eons ago. Been keeping them because I don't like to throw stuff away. So I start cutting them into half square triangle pieces. And I am working on a quilt top that's called Mountaintop. And it's one of those, I've been working on this for a long, long time. It's no rush to do because it was kind of like my chain piecing project. The pattern isn't even in here. But I thought I had, it must be, I have some blocks. Here it is. I thought I had maybe taken them out, but they're in here. Where I've started doing the sashing. So let me show you that. I'm just going to move. We don't want this to fall out. I'll show you one block. So when you making your binding pieces, and I just connect my binding pieces on a diagonal, so you end up with all of these little bitty half square triangles. And of course, I don't have any over here now that I'm going to look for one, okay? I normally put them up here. That's what this is right here. I must have put some other stuff on top. But I take those, sew them to a scrap piece of muslin, and make these little half square triangles right there. And so this is all leftover stuff that would normally go in the trash. And then I cut some of these pieces here from the scrap muslin as well. And then all I do is pull one piece of fabric so that I can go around the outside when I put these pieces on point and sew them together. So I did that, and I made all of those scrappy as well. And then you just sew a sashing in between the blocks when you're putting it together. So this is a quilt pattern that's called Mountaintop. I don't have my pattern in here. And the reason why is that sometimes when I'm doing quilt lectures for like the scrappy quilt lecture, which I haven't done in a while now, I take this type of stuff with me to show people that when people say, what's your smallest scrap that you keep? And for me, it's 1.5 inches unless I really, really love it. And if it's 1 inch, I can put it in with my strings and crumbs. But I always have strings and crumbs. So it's got to be one of those really, really pretty fabrics in order for me to keep it if it's less than 1.5 inches. If I can't use it to make something with, 1.5 is my smallest size. And I can use that type of stuff with this. So that's one of my UFOs. Let me see what's in what you all are talking about, because I haven't read in a while. Dee Dee Hansen here from Michigan. Very late. Hey Dee Dee, welcome to the chat. Thank you. I think she was talking about this block. That was Charlotte, because it's been a while since I read. Very pretty from Pabu. Joe says, how's Miss Jersey girl? She just chilling, okay? Like she grown. Up late last night. Got her little legs crossed watching television after we took her to the Taste St. Louis. Charlotte says, that's a very unusual quote. I have nothing to sew. Laughing out loud. You got that right. Nothing to sew right here. Sue says she's in the boonies. Becky Bramlett is here saying crocheting as usual. Forgot to say hello, Miss T and all. Hi, Becky. Thank you for your support. Connie says, my grandmother always used muslin for the back. I was so surprised to learn that's not the only way to do it. Yeah, and I think it was just something that when I first started quilting, and when you were talking about pieces big enough to go on the back of a quilt, all they had at that time was muslin. They have it in 90 inches, 108 inches, and I think 120 inches. They had like 3 different sizes you could get. And so that's all the quilt backing we had. And I started quilting in 1994. That's all I had available to me here in the St. Louis area. And we're a pretty big city that gets stuff. So that's what we had. Otherwise, you were piecing stuff to make backs with. So a lot of my quilts had muslin on the back. If I had like a Christmas quilt, I would put Christmas print on the back. I had to buy regular yardage and put it together. Muslin was the only wide back at that time. And you could get it in natural or white. So I just chose to use natural since it really didn't matter on the back of a quilt. I got a lot of my early bed quilts either a scrapped back or muslin backed. Janet Cahill says, hello all, sorry I'm late getting here. My granddaughter ready to leave for college tomorrow. Going to miss her, but so happy for her. Yes, it's always a catch-22 with stuff like that. And the fact that they've grown so fast, gone through life so fast. It's hard. Charlotte says, those are beautiful. Yes, I love these. So this is what I do. All of this is scrappy binding. And then I just find a larger piece of scrap to do my edge pieces with. And when I find a pattern, I know exactly how many of each particular size I need. But right now, I can't, tell you what I need. Or what to cut, because none of that information is here. I have to sit down and find it. I had a picture of how I was going to lay mine out, and I'm not going to share that because it was a little bit different than the original pattern. But I'm not going to be showing that. I just had that. That's it. I don't have my pattern in here, so I got to find that to know what to cut or figure it out from scratch myself. I guess I could do that. but it could be in my scrap quilting lecture stuff. Charlotte says, those are beautiful. Pat Boo says, love that. Stunning tea from Stephanie. Love those from Connie. Beautiful from Remo. Oh, how cute. Very cute from Diane. Kim R. So pretty tea. And beautiful blocks from Joe Cornell. So thank you, thank you. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to sew it. All that, y'all thought I was going to sew, right? I do have a bag of some of them that I've sewn, because I would just randomly sew these and then I just toss them into the bag, and whenever I got enough to make a block, then I had like some cut pieces all in the bag. You can see I've got the gray center square. My muslin pieces that have been pre-cut for the strips are in here, and then on this side I have the half square triangles that have been sewn together. I don't know if it's enough to make a block yet. And then the larger fabric pieces, the green, it's got other fabric wrapped inside of it. Those are pieces that are large enough to be the outside border on one of my blocks. So I do have it organized. These are the strips that aren't cut. And then more muslin pieces in here, plus the silver when I just cut one strip of silver at a time. These are the blocks here that I've already squared up. Right here, that have been sewn and squared up. So I do have a, you know, method to the madness. Just haven't worked on it in years. I need to get it back out and get myself situated with it so that I can start back making more blocks. I don't know how many blocks I want to make. Let's see. I got 3, 4, 5. I see 15 right here. 16. So I see 16 blocks here already. The pattern has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I got the same number of patterns. So they got 30 blocks. So yeah. But I don't know where the instructions are or anything like that. But I'll figure that out later. But that was what I usually would use for my chain project. Always making, just sewing any binding leftover piece to a piece of muslin. And I just haven't done it in a few years. Sad. But I do like the quilt. Becky says, one of my grandmas used the furniture protectors that some stores use back in the day to put their quilt tops on. I have one. I can't see because of the heart, but saying something sold for $5. This dumb heart. And it don't disappear when you press it either. She, one says, I have one says Benkin's Furniture. Oh, okay. A name of a furniture store. But yeah. This old crazy, big old heart. I had to act like I was going to use it. I got all these beautiful books here. I've been looking at them, sticking papers in pages I want to do. I used some of this when I was doing my boho heart because I told you all I weren't doing duplicate blocks. But it's a lot of, I love sampler quilts. I love making different blocks and stuff. So, but yeah, I love scrap books. Eventually, I'm going to start back doing more, blocks on my YouTube channel. So I love to collect block books and pull out stuff that you don't see or haven't seen in a long time. So yeah. So I still got pressing to do on this. So I have Scrap Club, the fourth Saturday, maybe I'll lay these out. And get everything pressed by then, so I can get everything in order. And then I couldn't figure out if I wanted to put sashing on these. I need to lay them out to see that. I need to just put some on my design wall. I still got those boho heart strips, because I need to put strips on the outside of my quilt to float it a little bit. So that's what I still got up there. It's in the way. That's in the way. So I have, you know, things I like to do. I have so many projects, and then I'm doing projects with you guys, and then I'm doing projects with my Quilt Guild and projects with the Scrap Quilting Club. I do have to make one project I haven't done for Scrap Quilting Club. That was our July project. I guess I need to figure that out. It's a lot. Good night, Charlotte. She says, I have enjoyed you all. Have a wonderful night, I think. Yes. The H block looks interesting, yeah. I know in the light, I did put more lights over in my next ones, because I started out with prints that had like green light, pink light, and so I made sure my last sets were all, my last 3 sets, my last 4 sets. This one is 1, that's 2. My, yeah, that's 2, 1 and 2. And then making sure that I use lights in the other ones, because I just want a few color to be zingers and not have it all read as cream in the background, which most people are probably going to do. But I'm just switching it up a little bit. So if you want them all to be H's, all you have to do is keep them orientated in the same direction. You can pull them down 2 inches or 4 inches and put a, you know, a spacer strip at the top. You can even, or make eyes the same way if you got somebody whose name is Irene. I'm looking at my blocks in the background here. So you could make it so that you can have a quilt that read total all H's, or you can have it where it read total I's. I don't have anybody significantly in my world, so I guess I'm gonna have the high quilt. Hi, H-I. Unless I change my mind. Good night, Stephanie. Thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate that. Enjoy tonight. Love y'all. Welcome back to quilting, girl. On the internet, anyway. So, yeah. It's 10 minutes till. I don't have a whole lot to say. I am going to go fix me something to eat. Y'all know I'm on a different schedule. I've only eaten 2 meals today. I had lunch with my group, which was earlier than planned, and then I had just 3 pieces of chicken wing parts, 3 pieces. So I'm going to go fix me something to eat, because this girl is starving. And you all are not chatting, and I've shown you one project. I got all of these containers up here. Some of them got multiple projects in them. They're in various different stages. A couple of them that I got from my friend that passed away in 2022. I think it was 2022. And I did her estate sale. And then I got a few of her UFOs. I got a quilt top that I haven't done the border for. See that one? Quilt Makers blocks. You all know that when a Quilt Maker magazine had the 100 block magazines, came out 3 or 4 times a year. I have one of those projects. It came from a deceased quilter as well, my friend Karen. And I use most of my blocks, and I have a lot of her blocks. I probably have some mine too, but you know, I put them all together. And then I've got a couple of Drunkard's Paths up here. I got the Drunkard's Path kit I cut out. Exploding Heart. And so that's no longer Exploding Heart, but I got the Scrappy Drunkard's Path in there. I got 2 different Drunkard's Path kits up here. String and Crumb Projects always have a container for blocks for that because I'm always making those pieces. Borgello. Block of the Month from local quilt shops. Bento box pieces. X block hearts, all extra pieces. So I still got extra pieces from the Exploding Heart, and I need to, I think I quilted it. I just need fabric to do the binding, and I think all the fabric's up there, so that's good to read that. I just gonna use the scrappy pieces to make the binding, but I think I've quilted the quilt. So this is it. Let's see. I gave you all a chance to talk to me. Pat Boo says, have a good weekend. Good night, everyone. Or have a good weekend, everyone. So thank you, Pat. You can have the H for husband. Yeah, it could be. Sue says, night, guys. See you Wednesday. Kevin says, this girl is starving instead of this girl is on fire. Yeah. I am starving, though. I can't wait to go in here and fix me something to eat. So, I'm going to go ahead and end here. We're going to get off here about 8 minutes early today. I will see you all Wednesday. People that ordered the templates from me on Wednesday and your books, those came in today. So, I will be mailing those next week. I did order some mailing envelopes because I didn't have anything big enough that was padded to put them in. So they'll be here Monday or Tuesday, and then I'll mail your stuff out to you. It'll be all priority mail. So hopefully you'll have it by Friday. Hopefully Saturday at the latest. Like I said, you don't have to keep up with us. We're just going to be sewing on projects, having fun. And what else? I think that's it. I'll see you all Wednesday. Good night, everybody. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out.